Okay. So today is day 19. I am drinking raspberry leaf tea because I need the extra support with my hormone stability because again the new moon kicks my butt every single time. Okay, today is day 19 and it is called Magic Footsteps. So I actually really love this one and I decided to make it a walking meditation. So I told you guys yesterday that when we meditate, if you want to go ahead and like go for a walk or walk around the house while you listen to the meditation, it's meant to be a moving meditation. I absolutely enjoy and love moving meditations. I think they're really good for the body and the mind. Um, and also us breaking up that understanding that meditation means that you have to sit in full lotus, with your mudras and you know, recite whatever it is that you're hearing. There's so many different ways for you to tap in and tune in. And I'm all about sharing as many ways as I know possible to share with you so that meditation can be enjoyable for everyone, no matter who they are and what they like. So I figured this would be like fun today to do. Hi, Rana, how are you? Hi. I feel like it's the rainy weather too. Yeah. See, I know it's the moon for me because I love rainy weather. The rainy weather doesn't make me sleepy. I'm just like, let's go. It's raining outside. So, like, yeah. I know for me what it is. Yeah. Hi, Michelle. How are you? How are you feeling? Oh, I don't see Kelly, but I'm gonna check in with them afterwards and just see how they're doing. Okay. Um. Okay, we're gonna just read a bit from what she put in the book because I figured this would be really helpful. Okay, so she says to take magic footsteps, you need to take one step and in your mind say the word thank you as the foot touches the ground, and then again say thank you as the other foot touches the ground. One foot thank you, next foot thank you, and continue saying the magic words every footstep. The best thing about magic footsteps is that you can take any number of magic footsteps anywhere at any time through your house, from one room to another, walking into a business meeting, or on your way to catch a cab, train, or bus. So the goal is to really acknowledge being grateful for the ability to be in each moment. So with every footstep, you're saying thank you. And you can do this in mini sessions too. Sometimes when I want to start my day off a little bit more with more pizzazz, as soon as my feet touch the ground, I'm saying thank you. With every step, when I go to my kitchen, I'm saying thank you. And even if you just do that for like a minute or two, it really does allow you to come from a state of gratitude, especially when you first wake up because you're still in that sleepy, subconscious kind of like in between realms experience. So that's a great way for you to begin putting gratitude into your foundation for the day. So maybe you don't want to get up and pray. Maybe you don't want to get up and write in your gratitude journal or write down your 10 things to be grateful for. A really beautiful way to do this is to just use your magical footsteps. If you're starting to feel very overwhelmed with the day ahead of you, taking a few minutes out, setting a timer on your phone, and for the next couple of minutes.
This is a reminder to ask for love donations from meditators.
Alexa, stop. So again, you guys heard Alexa. If you guys are able to donate, donate. If not, do not worry. Please leave a review or rating. And remember that if you're not a part of the email list just yet, um, I'm going to be changing that link in like 2 days. So if you're new here and you want to join the email list, go ahead and check for my teacher profile, you go to the about part of it and you scroll all the way down. You'll see the link to join the email list. If you still have a hard time, you can send me your email and I will add it in so you will be able to receive this week's email as well. And yeah, I'm going to be changing it to a survey on day 21. So I just want to just keep everybody prepared for that. Okay. So yes, you can do little pockets of like setting maybe a 1 minute timer or a 3 minute timer. And during that time, all you're doing is walking around just saying thank you. That is a quick meditation. It's a good way for you to jump back into the energy of gratitude. Thank you is a prayer. It is a complete prayer. Okay. And it allows you to feel gratitude for yourself, for your source, and for the moment that you're in. Okay. Yes. Nadia, you too? Oh, goodness. Grand Rising, lady. Oh, yes. Oh, see, I love this TJ update on my talk with my mom yesterday. She was so happy she cried. I love that lady. I see her growth with our relationship. I gave her some advice and she actually loved what I said. Thank you for sharing that today. That brings like so much joy to my heart. I'm so happy that that conversation went so well for you, TJ. Yay! No, that makes me happy. I'm so happy to hear that for you. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Mary, I had trouble falling asleep in general, but the new moon was blessed. Insomnia is another sign. Yes, yeah, we love this for you, TJ. This is absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So happy. Mm, mm, mm. So she said you can even start with just 90 seconds of doing the magic footsteps and then building up on that if you want to. It's not about how much of it you do, it's how intentional you are when you do it. So that's why it doesn't have to be like a 10-minute, 15-minute thing. And as we're doing the guided meditation and you're walking, the meditation will probably be about 5 or 10 minutes, but the intention is still for you to be as present as possible in the meditation. Okay? Apparently Einstein did this every day, but I don't like to highlight that because Einstein was like a very horrific man and was really horrible to his wife, so that means nothing to me. But I guess a genius did it, so maybe it'll bring out more of your genius side. Don't say I don't know. I tend not to support prominent figures who were horrible people, so that's just a personal thing. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Yes. Yeah, we love this for you, TJ. This is amazing. This is amazing. But essentially, you want to be able to get in the habit of reminding yourself of gratitude every day. This is really meditative and really beautiful. Um, from my own personal experience, when I do this particular meditation of just saying thank you, it helps me. It helps me to get out of my mind. Sometimes like I can just get into a space of rumination, and it's just nice to be able to have something very simple to say to myself. You can also just say the words thank you and tap on your sweet spot and just say thank you, thank you, thank you until you get to a space where you feel better, right? Where you feel like, okay, whew, I was about to go there, but luckily I was able to get myself back into the present moment, into the present space, and move from that place of being. So I just want you to remember that there are going to be times where you ebb and you flow. And in those moments where you're ebbing, it's really good to remember your wellness or your spiritual toolbox, right? And this is literally just within you, these different skill sets, healing modalities, or techniques that you can use to help you get through that moment. And there are so many variations of it for each person. But I want you to begin utilizing that because the effort and the goal of whatever we do together, whether we're focusing on gratitude or a different topic, is for you to be able to self regulate. Self regulation is super important. I want you to be able to know that you also can influence yourself to have a regulated nervous system. A healthy nervous system means that you get to show up in the world and feel safe. A healthy nervous system means that you're able to be all of yourself. You're able to explore things, take more risks, lean into your creativity more, express yourself the way that you truly are because you will feel safe in your mind, body, and spirit to do so. That is why I teach you EFT because I feel like it is one of the most easiest ways for you to do that. That is why I share personal stories so that you know that you're not alone in whatever it is that you're experiencing, right? The goal is for us to cultivate that sense of community because life is difficult. Sometimes things are just like, what is actually going on? And I don't think I can deal, right? It's nice to know that I can go to EFT or I can meditate or I know to reach out and call a friend or I'm just going to lay on the ground right now and cry. There's so many different ways for us to regulate our bodies so that we feel really good in the moment because we are designed to feel good. We're designed to feel good. That's why when you're feeling good, it's almost as if time doesn't really exist. It's almost like, like you're in this you're in flow, but maybe it sounds like very woo woo or what words I want to say? Like when I am in flow, time does not exist. I'm super creative. I'm also very interested in what it is that I'm experiencing in that moment. It has my full attention, and I feel really alive. I feel really embodied from my head to my toes. when I am experiencing being in flow, right? That also is a sign of a regulated nervous system. As somebody that's able to get into flow, experience flow for all that it is. And that's really what I want for you all to experience. One thing I want to talk about before we jump into today's meditation. Yes, a natural high. Yes, Nia, thank you. That's actually a great way to explain that. A natural high, being high off of life. Yes, that is exactly what it feels like. It's where you really get to witness your own magic, and you realize like, oh, okay, all the things people have been saying all this time about being in flow is true. Like this is a real thing. You know, children are in flow quite often. That's why when you talk to them, and they're like, what? Like, and they don't remember something. They were in flow. They were enjoying their lives, and then we kind of came in and reminded them that they have to participate in this current 3D reality. But like it's a beautiful experience when you get to be in flow. But I also want to acknowledge the times when we are in ebbs, when we're ebbing. So it is called the infinity symbol or the infinity symbol effect. And I actually have an episode of it on my podcast, and I will add it to the email if you guys become more interested in it. Um, 1 second. I want to make sure I'm adding this to the right notes. There's this one. Add infinity. Okay, so this is something that I learned when I was studying cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, when I first started my journey and just like figuring out what healing modalities would make sense for me. And they spoke about utilizing the infinity symbol. So it's like the 8 on its side. I don't know if anybody's on their phone and because there's an infinity emoji. I'm on my laptop, so they don't have it here. But if you have it, you can drop it in the chat so people can see it visually. I'd really appreciate that. But it's like the 8 on its side, right? And what it symbolizes is that we're gonna have highs in life. We're gonna have moments where we're in flow, but you will descend because it's a part of the flow of life. We're not meant to just go up, 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 up. We're meant to be in motion, to be in wave, right? Because the truth is, when you're in a flow, you're not reflective. You're super present in the moment, right? When you get into a space of ebbing, what it allows you to do is reflect on what you just experienced. Most times people do not use ebbing for reflecting because we don't know that we're ebbing, right? Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Britt. Thank you, Nadia. We don't know that we're ebbing, right? So we're just like, oh my God, like my life was just so good and now it's like trash. Now it's terrible. No, it's the universe reminding you to recalibrate, right? When we get into spaces of ebbing, it allows us to reflect on, I just had a really beautiful experience. Was there anything about that that I would want to fine tune or change? It's an opportunity for us to slow down and look at any contrast in our lives and decide if we want to continue having that as we're going to ascend again. It may not be tomorrow, right? You might be here for a while. And what I've found is that the more that you utilize your ebbs and you use them to recalibrate, you use them to reflect, to reset, it actually becomes a lot easier for you to get back up into your flow. But if you get to an ebb and you're just kind of like, oh my God, here I go again, not being happy, I feel depressed, I'm so dissatisfied with life, you're just going to keep yourself there. If anything, you might just even ebb a little lower, right? So when you find yourself getting into those ebbing spaces, I really want you to use some of these practices to help you to recalibrate, to help you to remember, right? The goal of life is not to just have one big, happy, exciting life. The goal of life is to live a full life. And to live a full life, we need both the ebbs and the flows. Rainbows are so beautiful because they come after a storm, but they have to come after something, right? As much as I love when they just randomly appear, it makes me very happy, but it's usually after it's rained, and it rained crazily last night, right? So it's things for us to remember when we're moving forward. So simple practices like the magic footsteps that we're going to do today can really help you in those moments when you are ebbing. To remind you, like, first off, this is supernatural. There's nothing wrong with you when you're ebbing. It doesn't mean that you haven't done your best. It doesn't mean that you aren't in alignment. It actually is a sign that you are in alignment. And people are always like, the truth is that you're never not in alignment, but that's like a whole other conversation that we can have if you guys want to. But when you're ebbing, allow yourself those moments to be like, you know what? I'm just going to be grateful. I'm going to just be grateful for whatever it is I can find. I'm grateful to be slowing down because actually, as much as I enjoyed being in flow, it was a lot of energy being used up. And it's nice to kind of slow down a bit. and I get to reflect and remember, right? And when we're in those the flow moments, the goal is not to suffocate the joy. And sometimes we do. We try to hold on to our joy as much as we possibly can because I don't want to let you go because I know if I let you go, something else is going to happen. And really, what you're doing is just shortening the moment with joy, shortening your moment with bliss because you are putting so much pressure on it to stay exactly how it needs to be when all feelings are meant to evolve. They're all meant to transform into being into something else, right? It's the same understanding like to experience joy is also to know sadness because you wouldn't know what joy is if you hadn't been sad. They are two sides of the same coin. And again, I talk about this movie all the time, the Inside Out, and talks about emotional intelligence and things like that. It's really beautiful because in the premise of the movie, you understand why sadness is so important. And in the beginning, she's kind of like banished off to the side, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, sadness! You're always bringing down the vibes. Like, stay in your little bubble." And then you realize that sadness and joy, when they come together, they create empathy. They allow you to feel the fullness of the experience where there can be beautiful moments, and in that beautiful moment there might also be a twinge of sadness, or there might be a sad moment, and in that there's something beautiful about it, right? They do a great job explaining how that works in the mind, but I wanted to share this with you all because I felt like it was very timely and that it would help you to really understand why it's so important for us to take these moments, to take these tools and use them as we're getting towards the end of this experience together. I really want to make sure that these things they stay with you, because they're helpful. Okay, Nadia, perfect message at the perfect moment. Thank you, Lotus. You're so welcome. God, it's more very timely. I'm so happy. Yes, the yin and yang symbol, Michelle. Exactly. Without darkness, there is no light. Very simple. I talk about this all the time. People get so upset when I say that. It's like, no, love is all about being in love. It's all about being in light. And I'm like, okay, sure. If you like it, that I love it. I really don't know what else to tell you, but I know that without darkness there is no light. Without darkness you can't experience wisdom, right? What we do in the dark, when we are in that space of the unknown, in that space of the uncertainty, when we're ebbing, that is the best time for us to remember. It also strengthens our ability to know who we are. When we can remember ourselves in our darkest moments, the light is always with us, right? These are very important things to begin to integrate into your body, to begin to resonate with, so that when you have a hard moment, because I don't want to tell you that you're not going to have a hard moment, right? Quite often when we do this type of work, what ends up happening is that the universe gives us an opportunity to really practice what we've been taught and what we've been preaching, right? So when those moments appear, I would love for you to be able to remember simple things like, I'm just going to tell myself thank you right now, right? Or when we get to the heart meditation, I'm just going to hold my heart and say thank you because it's beating. Even if it's something as small as that, it's still super significant and impactful. Okay? Rahana, I find that when I'm ebbing, which I currently am, I'm super inclined to spiritual work versus when I'm on a high. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Usually when I am in flow, it has something to do with creativity for me personally. I'm usually experiencing something creative, like I'm painting, or I might honestly be creating coursework, or I'm in nature. It's one of those two things that trigger flow for me. When I am ebbing, yeah, it is a good time to look into the shadow. And I don't necessarily like to say shadow work because I just feel like shadow already gets a bad name and then we're going to add work to it. That's like a personal thing. I just like shadow play. It's an opportunity for you to go and like play around with the shadow because this also reminds you that like your shadow is not a negative thing about you. It's not a bad thing. The same way that your ego is not a bad thing about you. There's nothing that you came to earth with. These parts of you, they're not bad. There is no bad, there is no good. They just are. And I would love for us as a collective to begin honoring that and stop trying to demonize a certain part of us. There is no bad. There is no good. There just is. Right? There is no bad in the sense of being in ebb, being in a moment of darkness is not a terrifying thing. I know we're kind of taught that in media. We're taught to be like, oh no, she's going to her dark place. Oh no, she's about to turn up. Like this, that's just for entertainment and for certain things brainwashing. But really and truly, it's just for you to remember, like, when you're in the darkness, guess what? You can only focus on yourself because you can't see anything. You can't project outward. You can't distract yourself. You can only see what is happening internally. You can't even actually see yourself. All you can experience is what's happening within. That's why it feels like a haze. It's supposed to be where you focus inward, but so often we just want to get out of it because it's uncomfortable. But that is when growth happens. Growth happens in us being uncomfortable. And if we just accept that, you find that you're not uncomfortable for long. Darkness is not a forever thing. The same way that light is not a forever thing. They have their moments in time to teach us beautiful lessons, right? So when someone's having like a dark night of the soul, um, sometimes it can be very dramatic, sometimes it can be very intense. But it's good to remember, like, oh, there's gonna be something wonderful that comes out of this, and there's something wonderful in this, right? Because when we emerge into the light, it is because of what we experience in the dark, and vice versa. Okay. Leonard Cohen says that the cracks are how the light gets in. Yes, Michelle. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I tend to wander when I'm ebbing through a park, for instance. And that's beautiful. It helps me to clarify. You're calling in a natural resource, which is nature. That makes sense. That's your intuition reminding you or wanting to get you to a safe space so that you could explore what's happening in your time of darkness, right? In your time of ebbing. So I love that intuitively you know to do that, Michelle. That's absolutely wonderful. And I mean, that's a great suggestion for anyone. If you find yourself in a moment where you are ebbing, maybe try getting out into nature, sitting outside, taking in some fresh air, looking at the birds, looking at the bees, all those beautiful things, and allowing that to guide you. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on that? I will definitely make sure to leave the full episode there because I think I gave a bit more explanations and things like that. But I just wanted to make sure that we understood that message today, because that's kind of what just came through. Okay. Beautiful. As we are doing that, please make sure to drink some water. I'm going to drink some tea, even though it is getting extremely warm. I still need some tea. Can you guys see the? It's really hot. It's so necessary. Wow, just that one sip felt so good to my spirit. Woof! I am a tea girl through and through. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So we can actually jump into the meditation a little earlier today if no one has any more questions or insights. Let me see. Nadia, I feel conflicted between, let me turn this. I feel conflicted between forcing myself to do things when ebbing that will help me feel better or just going into darkness. So I want to be clear, like, I don't want you to ever force yourself to do anything. I'm not a person that promotes forcing. I don't think it's necessary at all. Especially because the point of ebbing is because there is no force. Like, it's supposed to be a bit of stagnancy. You're not supposed to push yourself through anything. It's not necessarily a birthing process. It's just an opportunity for you to explore what is there in the darkness that you're experiencing. So even doing things, I guess the way I want to explain this is when you make these different practices a part of who you are, it becomes less of you forcing yourself to do something that feels good as opposed to your body. Okay, let's have a quick conversation about muscle memory when it comes to spirituality and wellness because I think it's super important. And when I learned this, it helped me to understand the depression that I was experiencing a lot better, right? Because depression slows you down. Its intention and its goal is to keep you stagnant. Because on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, and I only speak to those, I'm not going to speak to it cognitively or mentally, because I don't think this is the space and time to do that. But on a spiritual and energetic level, when depression shows up in our experience or in our body, and I'm not saying, Nadia, this is what you're going through, I'm just speaking in general. When we're having those moments of slowing down, it's meant to keep us stagnant for a moment because we are missing the point. There's something that just happened that we did not like that triggered us to get to a space where our emotions, where our body had to slow us down so much because we were about to do something that could have been extremely harmful to ourselves or to our spiritual journey or to our energetic journey. And it's giving us the opportunity to pay attention and be like, hey, the way that that person talked to you or that experience that you just had, that's definitely not what we want to continue to experience. It's almost like getting like a full stop, like a halt. Like whoa, 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 whoa. What would you just go through, right? And when you take the time to explore during depression, and again, it's something that you have to practice doing. I prefer you to do this with a professional until you get to a space where you feel comfortable enough to do this. But when you are exploring that, you will witness and see and find that trigger of like, that is what it was. That's what it was. Every time that I find myself in a depressive state and I sit with myself or I sit with my therapist and we go through it, I can always then pinpoint like, oh, I actually really hated that. I don't know why I had to have that experience. And it was because I was about to invite that entirety into my body, into my experience, and I got a glimpse of it, and it was enough to knock me on my behind, right? So when we talk about muscle memory, it's the action of creating routine to then have ritual, right? So getting up every morning, right? When you get up, you wash your face, you brush your teeth. You're not doing that intentionally. You're not like, oh, let me brush my teeth now. No, it's on autopilot because your body has muscle memory. If you do something enough in the same pattern, your body will witness the pattern and it will honor it and continue to do it for you, whether or not you like it. So the goal is to create routine, right? So when you're feeling good, you do the same exact things. When you're feeling bad, by default, your body will go on autopilot. Even if emotionally you do not want to do this thing, your body will get your behind up, get you to wash your face and brush your teeth. Not because you have the desire to do so, but because you created muscle memory. That's the importance of spiritual routine. That's the importance of wellness routines. That's why they are so crucial. It's not just like a cute little thing to do. It's simply because on those days where you don't want to do anything, your body will naturally jump in to protect you, to keep you in motion. It's a beautiful thing that the body does. Muscle memory is so fascinating to me. And when I learned that during my own times of healing through depression and anxiety, and I realized, like, oh, it's almost like a bit of a hack, like a cheat code. So if I keep doing the same things at the like same time during the day, my body will naturally do that. Now, even if I am feeling depressed, or even if I'm having a moment of anxiety, and anxiety is very paralyzing to the body when you're experiencing it, my body has enough muscle memory to be like, but I'm gonna go drink some water. Or, we tap during this time anyway, so I'm just gonna start tapping. It becomes intuitive. So it has nothing to really do with force anymore. It's more that your body will know, oh, my person, right, my spiritual being that I'm housing is going through something right now. And maybe mentally or emotionally, she can't get herself to get up and do those things. But I can, because the body is full of muscles and memory, right? It's like even when you're experiencing heartache and you feel like your heart's about to fall out your chest, your heart is still beating because it's muscle memory, right? Like that thing will override and be like, no, babes, we're still living. That's the importance of doing these things. So it's not about force at all. I would love for us to kind of remove force from our language when we talk about wellness and spirituality, simply because I just feel like it's very masculine and toxic. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a forceful thing. You could just allow things to just be, and that in itself is super powerful and deeply impactful. But that is super important. So when we create routine, we allow ourselves to build up muscle memory, and then that becomes ritualistic, and then it becomes intuitive, and then you get to really hear the divine, right? There's a little level to it. But I support wholeheartedly creating routine. Creating routine. Routine is what saved me. Routine is what allows me to not have to take medications for my diagnoses because my body has remembered the muscle memory, right? And the beautiful thing is that even if you feel like you fall off track, the minute that you invite it back in, your body's like, oh my God, yes, I remember this. Oh my God, yeah, we do this. Oh, we do this all the time. And it jumps right back into it. You don't have to persuade the body or anything. Like anytime I take a break from working out and I decide to start working out again, my body instantly remembers, like, oh, we absolutely enjoy this because you feel better after doing this. We can keep doing this. This is fine. And you let yourself jump back into that flow, but it is a practice. as you grow and you experience more of it, you'll start to see it. Just I would love for you to practice routine for anybody. It's not just for Nadia. I'm talking to literally anyone that this is resonating with. Practice routine. Let it build into ritual. Right? Rituals when we add routine to our intuition, and then we get to really hear source, ancestors, whoever you call on to, and it becomes a really beautiful experience for you to have in your wellness. I want these things to be effortless for you. So that way, when you have those moments where you feel like you just can't, something within you will remind you that you can and will help you hold your hand and get you through it. Especially because a lot of you are not like one-on-one clients or things like that. Like I just want that to stay with you. I don't want you to feel like you need somebody outside of you. I'm very big on holding your hand through tough moments, and I plan to do that for as many of you as I possibly can. But in those moments where you're not getting that added support from me or another practitioner or another professional, I would love for you to remember that your body is your friend and it will support you and protect you to no end. And all we have to do to keep that going is create routine, create a pattern, allow it to become a habit, and the body will do the rest for us. The same way that we don't think when we walk, the same way that I don't think when I'm talking and I'm moving my hands. This is all routine. This is all routine. These are all routine things that I'm doing. My mind is not thinking about that consciously. These are all subconscious acts. The goal is to get to the subconscious mind, rewire it so that it supports us. Does that make sense? Michelle, I'm learning to use the words and this too when I feel anxious. I'm accepting it is happening, exploring it mindfully in my body. I look at the emotion with clarity and compassion rather than thinking I need to do something to get rid of it. Yes. And remembering too that your body's big. Your body can house anxiety for a while, right? Again, when we are experiencing like severe anxiety, it usually just means that we're experiencing it right here. We're overthinking and we're not allowing the energy to move. That's why somatic practice is such a big deal because it brings you from here into the body. Because once anxiety is in the whole body, babes, it's not gonna be there for long. It's just not. It can't. It's just like, oh, I can't fill up. I can fill up all of this and drive you crazy if I need to, but I can't from your feet, your head to your feet. Yeah, no, I can't do all of that. Like eventually, I'm gonna have to. As soon as it starts moving through the body, you're fine. That is why they teach when you're having like a big anxiety attack to either lay on the ground because sometimes you need to feel support. You just need to feel something really strong behind you because it gives you permission to let go of the anxiety that you're kind of like concentrating in the body. It's almost like a bit of a relief, right? You might end up crying or um, some people tap on the floor when they're really anxious, or you might notice they have like they're tapping their foot. These are somatic practices, by the way, that your body's like trying to initiate intuitively. That is like hoping that you catch on to, so that you can expand it and you can get past that experience that you're having. It's really fascinating how the body works, right? Same thing when you're depressed, you just start to want to just curl up and not move. When you build routine, your body will naturally remember that when we move, we feel good though. So, yes, emotionally, you don't want to move, but physically, we are used to moving at this time, babe. So, we're going to get up and move. We tend to ignore the elements when we're depressed or when we're anxious. But you can be feeling horrible and go into the shower and take a shower and start to feel 1,000 times better because you're tapping into an element. Because all elements have healing factors, right? Or when you light an incense or a candle, these things help us to feel better. They help us to remember movement, right? Does that make sense? Okay, this is so helpful. Okay, Nadia, I'm so happy to hear this. Yes, like working out. Yeah. I just started getting back into working out. I'm allowed to start working out again after the postpartum experience, which is really great. And my body naturally is just like, yes, this is exactly what we remember. This actually feels good for us. We're gonna continue doing this even if you don't like it. Because I didn't want to work out yesterday at all. At all. I was just like, I'm about to wrap it up and go to bed, and my body was like, no, sweetie. We just started working out again. We enjoy this. So you're gonna have to work out for a few minutes. And a few minutes turned into a nice session. And when I was done, I felt so much better. The energy that was feeling a little stagnant within me was released. Right? It was released through the sweat that I was having, which is a great way to detox the mind, the body, and the spirit. It was released through the amount of movement that I was doing and the presentness that I had to have. One, to make sure I didn't injure myself, but also to make sure that I was getting the benefit of each practice that I was doing. Each set of movements. I keep calling them asanas, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Kim, same on routine. Mindfulness, like breath work, tapping, and meditating. Um, it's such a habit for me now that if anxiety, depression, or pain take over, it feels natural, not like a task to tap to those tools. Yes, exactly. Because they've become autopilot for you, right? When I get really stressed out or I feel like I'm about to like curse someone out and I know that's just not who I am anymore, I will take a huge breath, like a deep inhale, exhale, softening my shoulders. I might do it 2 or 3 times, and then by then, it's not as serious as it was. And my body does that. It's not, if it was up to me and my personality, I would just curse you out and just keep it going because look, you've got me to that place. But my body does not allow that. My body's like, girl, we are not going there. It's not necessary to extend your energy like that. Just take some deep breaths. Try to bring a smile to your face. And sometimes I'm like forcing a smile, like, I'm gonna need some time alone, right? But my body knows, like, okay. Or if I feel deeply uncomfortable or unsafe in a situation, I will just naturally get up and walk away. Like sometimes I won't even say anything. I will just get up and dismiss myself because my body's like, we're not engaging in this. No, because when we engage in this, you don't feel good, and when you don't feel good, it doesn't feel good to us, and then we got to store that not feeling good memory in your body, in us forever until you decide to talk about it. Just get up and go. And I've done it plenty of times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna, and I just get up and go. And sometimes I'm able to regulate and come back, and sometimes I'm not. And I also honor the fact that I'm a human being and I'm not perfect. So I'm not gonna always handle each situation to the best of my to the standard in which people may see me as having, but I will do it to the best of my ability in that moment. And sometimes that's me walking away. Sometimes that means walking away and doing something like crying or tapping or holding myself. Sometimes that's me walking away and calling my sister because that's my safe place. There's so many different ways to show up. So I appreciate you saying that, Kim. TJ, I stopped, but me taking this walk is giving me so much energy, and working out helps with the downs in life. It really does, TJ. It really does. And it doesn't have to be intense. Like, I'm not a hit girl or things like that. I do simple things. Simple restorative yoga can be very powerful. Some type of mat Pilates is really good. It doesn't have to be super intense. Hi, Benit. How are you? Yes, how are you doing? Lady, we can reset as many times as needed. Yes, yes, yes. That's a great book too. The Body Keeps Score. Yes, I spoke about this earlier. The Body Keeps Score is a good book for the science part of it, but it is extremely sexist and racist. There's an alternative that's been promoted that I've also read that I agree is really beautiful. It's super deep. You might need to put it down every now and then because talking about trauma and working through trauma is very intense work. But it is called In My Grandmother's Hands. And it's actually very inclusive of not only the male experience, but also what we experience as women, right? And then it also goes into what people of color experience with trauma that is completely negated from the Body Keep Score. He literally only talks about white men in the entire book. And they've done some really awful things, and he just kind of pretends that that's not something we should be addressing. But the science in the book is amazing. It is what founded the work for PTSD and a lot of the somatic practice that we do today. Vita, good morning. Overslept, still not up. That's okay. Date went well. I love this for you. I'm ready to keep shopping. I know that's right. I know that's right, Vita. About her body. Consider my body as my mother. I love that. That's a beautiful practice. When she talks, I listen sooner rather than later. That's beautiful, Vita. Thank you. Lady, ease and breath. Yes, ground yourself. Yes, my anxiety shows up as tightness in my throat. So when we talk about the body and when we are feeling certain pain, certain places, um, first and foremost, your throat chakra is there. So that's your ability to communicate and express. So that could also symbolize that you're just not expressing what you need to say. That there's something coming up from the heart and it gets blocked here, right? So you may want to practice in the moments when you're not experiencing your anxiety, really expressing your truth, saying it out loud. It doesn't have to be to somebody. You can actually practice doing that with like audio journaling and just every day spending a minute or two just saying what you actually feel and it just being a practice. So when anxiety does come up and you do feel that tightness in your throat, you'll be able to say what you need to say and not be uh, trapped under that feeling of anxiety, right? It also means something else. I think I might actually get my book really quickly to go over what that means for your neck. Okay. After my mother died, I rolled up my weighted blanket on the bed and leaned up against it so I could sleep. It felt like I was leaning against a wall. Sometimes we just need that support. When we need that support. Whenever someone passes away, especially because it just feels like grief just feels so overwhelming to the body when it first hits you, it's really nice to do something like that. Whether you're leaning against a wall, or I always suggest to like just lay down on the ground, back to the floor, belly up, placing your palms down for the grounding sensation, and just taking deep breaths. Letting yourself be there for at least 5 minutes, because it's going to take some time for your body to even witness that you're laying down. It may not even notice it because it's overwhelmed with grief, but after a few minutes, you'll begin to relax, and then you'll cry if you need to cry, or you scream if you need to scream. Whatever it is that you need to do to get that built up energy, that influx out of the body, is super, super helpful. So I love that you knew to do that, Michelle. Lady, I've learned so many of these methods. They all do work along with chakra adding. Yes, I love this, lady. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Vita. Yeah, keep on shopping, girl. We support this. Okay, I'm tired this morning, but I have to leave, and my work is 8:30. Yes, I have to walk. Okay, so we can start the meditation. Okay. Hi, Summer Star. How are you? Nope, we're about to do it right now. Oh, I'm cussing if necessary. Right, it's a great way to express and heal the throat chakra. By the way, too. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Oh wow, I didn't know. Thanks for sharing. No problem, lady. Yeah, there's a whole lot of discourse around the body keeps score. I still have the book. I still read it. It was very painful for me to read because after a while I was like, what are you talking about? But again, very foundational in the work that we do. We can honor both aspects of it. Good morning. I will walk away too. Yes, but sometimes people react strangely to that. That's completely up to them, Heather. The way that I don't care. That's on you. Like I don't know. For me, I'm just like if you feel weird about that, then I guess when we're in a better space we can talk about it. But I'm gonna do what's best for my body. I that will always be more important than how somebody else is feeling about it. What I do to protect myself. Vita, I tried to friend request with no luck finding your inside timer. Okay, that's personal. Good morning, Amy. I love your touching on routines. Yes, this is something I've been working on the past year. Healthy routines are a priority for me. I love this. Hi, Amy. Beautiful chorus. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, they're on Insight Timer. I didn't know this. I have like all their stuff on my Spotify. That's amazing. Okay, good to know. Yes, recording is also good for journaling if you don't like writing. Yes, yes, yes. You could do that. Or you could do video journaling. There's so many different ways to journal, but you should document your life. I'm big on that. Okay, beautiful. Okay. It is called In My Grandmother's Hands. That is the alternative book that people have been using over the past couple of years. That is inclusive of brown and black experiences as well as women and femme identifying beings experiences as opposed to just being about white men. Okay? Okay, it's good for me to know about Beautiful Chorus. I had no idea, like at all, that they were on here. I don't know how I didn't know that, but I did not know. I just did not know. Now I'm like super excited because I love Beautiful Chorus. They're like, oh, they're so good. Okay, we're gonna do me too. Like literally everything. When I do my meditations in person, I usually have Beautiful Chorus in the background because they're just so cute. I don't know. I love them. They're so healing. Okay, let's get into this meditation. Okay, if you guys have any more questions or things like that on there, please let me know. I'm gonna close this window so that when we do the meditation, it actually can stay. Hold on. There we go. So much better. All right, are we ready? So funny. When my nephew goes to school, we sing Gracie's Corner. I say, "Are you ready? Ready? Cause I'm ready. It's what comes into my head every time I say "ready" now because we always sing to him when he's ready to go to school. It's absolutely adorable. Yes, Janae Aiko is really amazing as well. I agree. Okay, we are ready. I love your live, Lotus. My team is here listening. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh, that makes me so excited. I'm always so like weird around teens, and I'm like, they're probably like, oh, this girl is not cool at all. I'm like, you're not wrong. I'm definitely like a little weird, but I appreciate you for staying. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm a big Gracie's Corner advocate. That girl has helped us through some times. Gracie is the one, not the two. I deeply appreciate her. And my nephew has a huge crush on her, which is crazy. Because he's like 1.5. But like when he sees that cartoon, it's just like everybody shut up. My woman is speaking to me. It's a wild experience, y'all. Like, because we keep trying to explain like it's a cartoon. He's not there yet, and it's fine. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Summer Star. Yeah, Gracie is the bomb. And when she goes on tour, we will definitely be there because I can't imagine him missing out on that and like genuinely despising us forever. Okay, let's do this meditation. Yes, he's a big fan. Um, Maybe one day I'll show you guys him. I don't know though because he's intense, but maybe a picture because he might end up just like knocking down everything, just laughing about it. Um, he's funny. I tell the teams I work with I'm weird doing it. Yeah, all the time. It's like I don't know what you guys expect of me. Like I'm just a girl. Like I don't know what else you guys want. Oh my goodness, teenagers. Oof, they're intense, but we love them. Okay, let's do this guided meditation. And remember that this is a walking meditation, so you're invited to walk if that feels good for you. Okay. I just want you to feel comfortable in the practice. Okay. I am trying to make this a little bit smaller. Here we go. Okay. Let's do this. Step in gratitude, a walking meditation experience. Welcome to this guided walking meditation. Find a comfortable pace or place to walk, whether it's indoors or outdoors. And as you begin, take a moment to stand tall as best as you can to your body's capabilities. And invite a few deep inhales. Inhaling deep through the nose and exhaling fully through your mouth. With each breath, allow yourself to relax and ground into the present moment. Breathing in deeply through the nose, expand the lower belly, allowing the air to rise up into the heart, and exhaling through an open mouth, softening the shoulders. Grounding your feet. Deep inhale, breathing in through the nose, expanding the lower belly, filling up the lungs. Open mouth exhale, softening the shoulders, grounding your feet. Now, as you start walking, imagine connecting deeply with Mother Earth through the soles of your feet. Feel the solid support beneath you, knowing that you are connected to the vast energy of this earth. With each step you take, visualize roots extending from your soles, from the soles of your feet, anchoring you, rooting you into the ground below. As you continue walking, allow yourself to become present in your body with each thank you and step you take. As you take each step, say the prayer, thank you. Feel the power and energy flowing through your body as you do. With each step, witness the energy moving through you. Witness how it is ready to be harnessed to live life in deep gratitude, enjoying all the blessings it provides. With every thank you you utter, amplify the blessings of this connection. Feel the gratitude radiating from your heart center, spreading outwards into the head, into the arms, into the legs, with each step you take. Use each magical footstep to guide you into infinite abundance. Aligning yourself with the universe's flow of blessings. As you walk, let your senses come alive to the world around you. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations of your surroundings. Maybe you feel a gentle breeze against your skin, or the warmth of the sun, or the coolness of the air. Maybe you can take in the beauty of nature, whether it's the trees, the sky, or the flowers blooming around you. Maybe you're witnessing the beautiful things that are in your home, that bring up wonderful memories. With each step, affirm your connection to the earth and to all living beings. Know that you are a part of something greater than yourself, and that you are supported and loved by the universe, source, God, whoever you call on to. As you continue to walk and say thank you, allow yourself to be filled with a sense of peace, gratitude, and interconnectedness. Continue walking and saying thank you with each step, allowing the energy of gratitude to guide you. With every stride, you are affirming your presence in this moment and your openness to receive the blessings that surround you. Deep inhale in, slow exhale release. Deep inhale in, slow exhale release. Give yourself as much time as you need with this walking meditation. Know that you can continue it on even after this is done. Just saying thank you with each step you take. Allowing yourself to fully immerse in the experience. And when you feel ready, gradually bring your awareness back to the present moment, slowing down your pace, coming to a complete stop. And before you gently transition back to your day, placing your hand over your heart to say thank you 3 times. Thank you to yourself for engaging in this practice. Thank you to your source for providing you with inspiration. And thank you to gratitude for being such an incredible guide in this meditation. Deep inhale, breathing into the heart space. And as you exhale, release from the mouth. Carry the energy of gratitude with you wherever you go by simply saying thank you. You can bring your hand from your heart space And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for doing this walking meditation with me. There we go. Let me know how you all are feeling before we jump into the EFT. The EFT is also a bit more intensive today, so the meditation is a little shorter. Just keep that in mind. So please drink water before we tap in, okay? I'm definitely part of the weird team. I love this for you, TJ. Yes, Goddess Mo. My college students tell me I'm the coolest professor, but I know my colleagues and love them. But the bar for pool is pretty low. That's hilarious, Michelle. That's hilarious. Michelle, the way I highlight at that. Yes, yes. Can you put in your group what you mentioned to me on this part of it for throat chakra? Yeah, when you're blocked in your throat chakra, it means that you're not expressing or communicating your needs or your passions. So I would want you to begin doing that. Doing a an audio journal would probably be the best way to strengthen that. Just talking and expressing what it is that you need to express to yourself first and foremost. So that way you get into the habit of doing it. So when anxiety does come up, it doesn't paralyze you. Okay. TJ, so lovely. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh man, this makes me so happy. So this EFT session is a little bit longer. It's gonna be very similar to yesterday's, like in the length of it, um, but it will be just as good. Okay, so just go ahead and drink something, preferably water, before we begin. While everybody else gets together. Yes, yes, yes. Oral journal. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Michelle. Oh my goodness. Goddess Mo walking and saying thank you is very powerful this morning. Yeah, it's a pretty good practice. I absolutely enjoy doing it. Sometimes I just walk outside around my house and just say thank you. Felt the energy moving through my body after just walking around my bedroom. Yeah, I mean, it can be done anywhere. That's like the really cool thing about walking meditation. I think people assume that you have to go to a park or something, but I mean, expressing gratitude should be done anywhere. So I feel like it works itself out. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, one more sip. And then as you guys are getting ready, I'm just going to go over what EFT is. You know, my little spiel. Oh my goodness. Arigato in Japanese. Thank you. Have a beautiful day and weekend. Great meditation. Didn't have to leave during EFT. Don't worry, lady. Do not worry. I'll also be having a second session today at 11:11 for those that want to join in for that, okay? Really quickly, EFT is the healing modality where you're tapping on ancient acupressure points to help you communicate to your body in a language in which it understands. And what this does is strengthen the mind-body connection. And in doing so, it helps you to rewire neural pathways in the mind to remove any habits or outdated patterns that no longer serve you. It also allows you to talk directly to your subconscious mind to begin implementing new habits and patterns that will serve you. And in the body, it helps to close any energy gaps that we have, which means that we're releasing stagnant energy. And we are also connecting our pathways. So we have energetic pathways that run through us and all around us. When we tap in, we make sure that they are together, working in harmony. And we also will address any trauma that comes up, any stagnant emotions that arise, and accept them and move past them, transform them if need be. It's a really beautiful practice. I love it so much. It's very subtle, but very impactful. And there are 9 tapping points. But before we do that, I want to go over some alternatives. So if you are tapping and it doesn't feel good to tap, this is the traditional way to do it. You can then pulse, you can rub, or you can hover. Any one of these is just as impactful. If you're sensitive, if you're highly sensitive or deeply empathic, I would love for you to just hover. The goal is for you to feel good after doing EFT, not to feel overstimulated, okay? So do what feels best for you. The 9 tapping points are side of the hand between the pinky knuckle bone and the wrist bone where my tattoo is. On either side, doesn't matter. 1 finger, 2 fingers, all the fingers, doesn't matter. Okay, we have the top of the head, the crown chakra. We have the start of the brow. We would trace that brow bone to the side and feel the ocular bone at the side of the eye. You tap here. Then we have you tracing that ocular bone underneath the eye and tapping there. Then we have underneath the nose, above the top lip, in the crease of the chin. Then you feel for your collarbone, and you would tap underneath here, in the soft area, on either side. You can also connect your hands and do the butterfly tap if you want to. Then we have underneath the arm, so you would trace the end of your armpit. It would be where, if you wear a bra strap, it would be where the bra strap is. If not, it's literally the beginning parts of your rib cage, and you can tap on either side. Does not matter. If you find that there's one tapping point that feels really good to you, I call that your sweet spot. And I would encourage you to just stay there for as ever long as the body needs you to stay there, because the body knows what it needs and it's interpreting the information in a certain way. So trust in your body overall. Okay? Afterwards, you might notice, or during it, honestly, that you're yawning, you're belching, you're tearing up, you might actually cry, you might feel goosebumps or some type of physical sensation, your temperature might rise or fall. These are all signs that energy is being moved in the body. There's nothing wrong, nothing happening to you other than that your energy pathways are connecting. If you notice that nothing is happening, what I would suggest is that you continue to tap. It could just mean that you're a little detached from your body, and this is going to help you to reconnect with it so you can notice the energy shifting in the body, okay? It doesn't happen all the time. Like, I don't yawn every session, but some sessions I yawn more, some sessions I don't, okay? Beautiful. And then we're going to begin. I'm going to try to, oh, there's like a little rainbow in my hand. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's so pretty. Okay, I got distracted. I'm back. Okay. I think if I put it here, we should be okay. It's always so weird. Oh, you can do this. Ah. Okay, I feel like that works. Okay, let me know if you guys are ready. You guys need to do some hearts, and then I'll know to begin. Remember, this is going to be a little bit longer than we're used to doing. This will probably end up being about 10 to maybe 13 minutes. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that's going to be really good. You'll feel great afterwards. Okay, beautiful. Let's begin. Blessings amplified. EFT tapping for deep gratitude. We're going to start at the side of the hand. And remember, you can tap, you can pulse, you can rub or hover, whatever feels best for you. For the recording, I will probably be hovering or pulsing just to make sure the audio is good. Okay, repeat after me. Use your voice. It's super important. Even though I sometimes struggle to fully connect with gratitude, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I may not always feel the energy of gratitude flowing through me, I honor and appreciate myself. Alexa, stop. Hopefully she does it. Okay, keep going. Even though I may not always feel the energy of gratitude flowing through me, I honor and appreciate myself. Even though I may have doubts about the power of gratitude, I choose to trust in the process and allow myself to fully embody gratitude. And we're going to go to the top of the head. I am open to fully connecting with the energy of gratitude. I release any resistance I may have towards feeling grateful. I trust that the universe supports me in my practice of gratitude. We go to the eyebrow. Eyebrow. I am connected to the energy of Mother Earth through my footsteps. I allow myself to fully feel the love and gratitude the world has to offer. I am open to receiving the blessings of the universe with each step I take. Bring on to the side of the eye. I embrace the power and energy flowing through my body. I allow gratitude to guide me in every aspect of my life. I release any doubts, worries, or fears about fully embodying gratitude. And go under the eye. I fully become present in my body with each step I take. I witness the power and energy flowing through me. I am aligned with the flow of gratitude and blessings in the universe. Under the nose. I harness the energy of gratitude to live life fully. I am open to receiving all the blessings the universe has to offer. I release any resistance to feeling grateful. Chin. I affirm my connection to the earth and all living things. I allow myself to be filled with peace, gratitude, and interconnectedness. I trust in the process of gratitude to guide me. Collarbone. I affirm my presence in this moment and my openness to receive blessings. I allow gratitude to guide me towards a life filled with abundance. I release any blocks towards fully embracing gratitude. Under the arm. I release any doubts or worries or fears about my ability to connect with gratitude. I choose to trust in the process and allow gratitude to flow through me. I am aligned with the energy of gratitude and all the blessings of the universe. Sleight of hand. I reaffirm my commitment to connecting with the energy of gratitude. I release any remaining resistance towards feeling grateful. Top of the head. I trust that the universe supports me in my practice of gratitude. I fully embrace the power and energy flowing through my body. Brow. I allow gratitude to guide me in every aspect of my life. I release any lingering doubts, worries, or fears about fully embodying gratitude. Side of eye. I deepen my connection to the energy of gratitude with each footstep I take throughout my day. I amplify the love and gratitude flowing through me. Under the eye. I am open to receiving even more blessings from the universe. I fully immerse myself in the present moment as I say thank you. I'm going to go to under the nose. I witness the abundance of gratitude and blessings surrounding me. I am aligned with the flow of gratitude and all of the blessings in the universe. I'm going to go to the chin. I open myself to receiving all the blessings the universe has in store for me. I harness the energy of gratitude to live life to the fullest. I'm going to go to the collarbone. I reaffirm my connection to the earth and all living beings. I allow the energy of peace, gratitude, and love to flow through me. I'm going to go to underneath the arm. I affirm my presence in in this moment and my openness to receive all good things. I am so aligned with the energy of gratitude, and I allow that energy to flow through me. I remain connected to gratitude in all ways, always. And drop your hands into your lap, palms facing up. And take a nice deep inhale, breathing into the lower belly, expanding that breath into the heart. Slow exhale, release. And just notice how you feel after tapping. Allow yourself to fully embody gratitude and trust in this moment and the process. You are now aligned with the flow of abundance and blessings in this universe. And the truth is, you've always been. And thank you so much for tapping in with me today. Okay. And we did our tapping session. Yay us. Whoop whoop. Please let me know how you're feeling. Below, please drink some water. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Checking in with you all. Steve, you are so welcome. Luscious and delicious session. Yes, Amazon. I love the words. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dahlia, for joining in. Claudia, thank you for being here. Ooh, Nia, you're feeling sleepy. But you were feeling sleepy earlier, too. So I wonder if it's just the energy. If you can take a nap, take a nap. If you can't take a nap, I would suggest either, I know it's going to sound very silly, but you can actually stand up and just jump up and down for a few times, kind of like just letting the body hang and just jumping. Throwing the hands up, wiggling them. It feels very silly, but it wakes up the body. Okay, Erin, feeling good. I love this. Gotta smell. Thank you. Priscilla, thank you. Trisha, that felt amazing. Thanks. This is such a beautiful practice. Thank you for being here, Trisha. Great practice. Thank you, Michelle. Refresh. Thank you, Michelle. Tracy, thank you. This is my first tapping session. Oh my gosh, welcome. I can definitely feel energy flowing in my body. I love this, Tracy. Ah, yes. Yes, someone said I was before I was meditating. I love this. Will 11 be the same like this tapping session? Yes, it will be. Yeah, it will be. I do the same thing twice. I just record the first session. I don't record the second session. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so happy everybody's doing well. Yes, yes, yes. Please continue to drink water today. As I said before, tomorrow there is no live session. The next live session will be on Sunday. And there's 3 things happening on Sunday for anyone that wants to join in. We have the Lotus Hour that happens a little earlier than this. It happens at 5:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's where we will do a guided meditation for the week. We will pray together. We will set an intention for the week and tap into the cards. And I'll be talking about the new moon in Gemini energy too, to help anybody that wants to have any information about that. That's happening on Sunday at 5:15 a.m. Then on Sunday at 7:17 a.m. will be day 20, which is heart magic, which is literally probably my favorite day. It's going to be all about the heart, so be ready. That's going to be happening at 7:17 a.m. and then again at 11:11 a.m. So there's 3 opportunities for us to hang together on Sunday. These sessions are recorded, but they will be released on a different platform. I'm still time stamping everything. My hope is to be able to have at least, if not most of them, at least half of them ready for you by day 28. So you can still do this again if you want to do it again. What else do I want to tell you? The emails are going out tomorrow. So if you're wanting to be a part of the email list, if this is your first time here or you haven't been a part of the email list just yet, any recommendations that I give out on Insight Timer, anything, like literally from free book links to more information about tapping that are on different platforms, I put it all in my email list. and I send it out once a week, and it's super linky. There's tons of links in there, but it's everything that I talk about throughout this week. In previous weeks, so that way you have the information that you need to continue learning and growing in your wellness journey. If you're not on the email list, you can literally go to my profile on Insight Timer, and you go to the About page. And from there, let me see if I can show you visually for those that were having a hard time. Sorry, guys, this is my guest one. Okay, so you would go there, you would see. There we go. This would be easier for you guys to see me. Right? You would see me, you would go to the About, you would tap there, scroll past my bio, and you'll see there's a link down here. You would click that link, and it takes you to sign up to my email list. Okay? So please go ahead and do that if you're not on the email list. If you find that you do it and you haven't received anything just yet, shoot me an email. Shoot me a DM on Insight Timer with your name and email, and I'll manually add you, and you'll be able to get something for tomorrow. Okay? Please make sure that you sign up. I'm taking down that list, that link on Monday for a survey. Okay? So I just want to make sure we put that out there. I love you all so much. Okay? Enjoy. Yeah, you have work tomorrow, Michelle? Yeah. It just worked itself out. I literally missed the deadline by like 10 minutes. And I was like, you know what? We'll be fine. I'm going to do some yoga and get back home. Yes. Beautiful. I love this for you, Summer Star. I'll see you then at 11:11. Steve, my first time here with you in this amazing group of 160. Yeah, we have a really good group. We're really lucky. Love your side braid and dangly curls. Thank you, Summer Star. Looks so pretty on you. I appreciate that. I have my eyes closed most of this morning session and just now watching you, Queen. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy you were able to tune in to the vibrations. That makes me feel really, really good. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love all of you so much. I'm going to start working on some other things. But please, if you can join in for 11:11, join in for 11:11. If not, I'll see you on Sunday, okay? But I will be in the group tomorrow to tap with you guys for the scheduled tapping for True Thankfulness, okay? Hope you guys have a beautiful day.